Welcome back to Detail Garage. Today I want to talk about leather care, why it's very important to keep up, maintain your leather, because if you don't, you'll start to notice uneven wear across leather seats, and leather can be very expensive to fix, to repair, to replace, and having messed up leather just really brings down the look of your whole car. So I'm sitting in this 1997 Porsche. It has less than 45,000 miles on the clock, and the leather has seen way better days. So looking at this leather, we have a lot of uneven wear. Overall, the seat is actually in pretty marginal shape. Like looking up here, all the leather's really faded. I can tell that this should have been a much deeper, darker black by looking on parts like down here on the bolster and on the front versus what's up here on the top. So judging by the fade on this leather, I can see that the car was probably stored for months on end with the top down, and it's definitely affected the feel of the leather too. It feels very dry and stiff. I mean, like if you look over here, like when I press into it, you see all these cracks, and weird how my creases that I'm getting. It's not very supple at all. It's not very soft, so it's in fairly rough shape. So we have fading from the sunlight over here. The headrest in the middle of the seat, the bottom, not too bad. What I notice a lot of wear on though are the bolsters. So you can see like over here on the bolster here on the side and on the bottom of the seat, there's a lot more heavy cracking here. There's a lot of actual dye that's been rubbed off here. And the reason why seats wear off here on the bolsters a lot is that's where you first rub, where your body first hits the seat when you're getting in or out of the car. So like, if I were to be getting in, first thing I'm gonna sit like this, rub on the side bolster, and then rub this leg here when I'm getting in or out. So these bolsters wear out the fastest on any seat. So it's important to keep parts like this, especially as soft as you can. So you have to use a leather conditioner to actually help keep leather supple. So leather conditioner is like lotion for your leather, and that just helps to keep your leather soft and supple. It helps to prevent things like this cracking, which just comes from mechanical wear from being rubbed over and over and over again. And like a lot of like this oil on the leather, like leather's not supposed to be shiny, and you can see that the seat actually looks very shiny, especially on the parts that got a lot of wear. And that's actually from body oil. It's from your hands and from the oils and sweat in your skin, from your pants, the oil seeping out of your legs and on your pants and your back, rubbing on the leather seat over and over again. So that's why this car, the leather looks shiny. It's not because there's any dressing on it or any sort of interior product on it. It's just body oil. It's also like that up here on the steering wheel, and there's a lot of caked on dirt around these cross pieces on the wheel from where the driver has been driving and holding on the wheel there, especially on the top where it gets a lot of sunlight too. So it's really important that you take care of your leather, because it's cheaper to maintain what your car comes with than it is to like replace the whole interior, which is what's happening on this car. So as with any other leather care regimen, you need to start with a nice cleaner. So I prefer the Chemical Guys leather cleaner. It has no color, no odor, and it's very gentle. So this cleaner on its own is not going to dry out the leather. It's not going to ruin the soft feel. It's just going to remove any dirt or oil to help you clean and maintain the leather as well as it should be. So I like to use a nice brush. This is the horsehair leather brush. It's very durable material, and it's soft on the leather, but it scrubs dirt really, really well. So to clean off things like leather, I'm just going to spray a couple sprays here on the brush. And I'm going to spray, so I'm going to do this bolster so you can see how shiny and greasy this looks right now. I'll just give it a couple quick sprays, and I'll scrub it with this brush. And you see that I'm getting some bubbles here on the surface. I want that. That's the actual contamination being suspended in the cleaner. So I'll do that bolster. Come down here. I'm gonna also do this bolster here and this front panel. just so you can see a lot of this on the camera. Obviously, the driver's seat gets used anytime the car is being used, so the driver's seat sees the worst wear and dirt and contamination over time. So it's important to clean off the driver's seat very well. Normally, under normal driving conditions, if you use your car every day, you're probably going to want to clean your leather like maybe once a month, once every 2 months for sure, just to get all the dirt and contamination off. And then you're going to want to condition it maybe 3 or 4 times a year, especially if you have a convertible, just to keep it all soft and supple. I'm going to come in here with a towel. I'm using a yellow towel. That way I can see any dyes that I'm pulling off, and I can see any dirt. I'm not pulling off any dye because this leather is still, it's still good enough that it's holding on to its dye and everything, its condition, and I'm cleaning it very gently. But you can see now just how filthy this seat is. So that's all dirt and body oil. Now that I have these areas cleaned up a little bit, I'm gonna put on some leather conditioner just to help it, hopefully regain some softness, see what we can do for it. So I'm just gonna use the same towel, put a few dabs leather conditioner on here. And I'm just gonna dab it out here, on here. If you ever have leather with my perforations in the leather, like this part of the seat, it's kind of vented, that's easy to dress as well. We get a lot of questions on how to care for perforated leather. If you're ever in doubt, you don't want to sink a lot of product into those holes, and mess up your clothing potentially or whatever. Just take your towel or your applicator, and you can actually spread it, same way. You put a couple dabs on your microfiber piece, but then just sort of spread it around like that on the towel first, so then when you go to spread it, you're getting a nice thin coat that's just on the surface. You're not going to mess up the foam or anything underneath the leather. So I can tell that this is already helping out this leather a whole lot. You can see that we're restoring even the color back. It's looking deep black again. So we're kind of nourishing this dried up skin. But at this point, there's really nothing we can do that's going to help restore the original look or feel. These are just so sun-beaten and so worn out. So I'm actually restoring a lot of the look and feel to the leather just by using the leather conditioner. It's actually sort of softer again, and it's looking more like the original color. It's starting to look a deep black again, but there's at this point, honestly, there's nothing we can do. This leather is so far gone. It's just been out in the sun for so long that that the piece is ruined. Leather is real skin, and if you don't care for it, it'll get sunburnt and it'll dry out and it'll crack and break just like real skin. So you need to take care of leather as you go. You can't let it get this far gone and then expect to put a cream on it. It's the same as your body. If you get in an accident or something and you mess up your skin, you're gonna have a scar. It's the same with leather seats and upholstery. So another trick you can use on your leather pieces, like seats and upholstery. I'm gonna clean this little part of the seat really quick. Another product you can use is leather serum. So leather serum is similar to the conditioner, but it actually helps to protect leather a little better. So you can think about serum like sunscreen for leather seats. So I have the protected serum here. It helps to block more UV sunlight from the leather pieces. It helps to block out some staining from like liquids or from body oils, things like that. So it actually helps to protect your leather. So if I were doing a leather detail on a car, I would first clean it, restore the soft feel with leather conditioner, and then I would top it with leather serum to help protect it from all the elements. So now I have this piece all protected in sunscreen, and both the products finish with a dry to the touch feel. They're not slippery or sticky or greasy. They just feel nice and soft like new again, which is how they should. And they don't look very shiny or messed up or anything like that, like how dirty this leather looked earlier. It was actually shiny. They finish with a crisp look, which is how new leather should look for upholstery and seats anyway. So now you can see what can happen if you don't take care of your leather. It's not a pretty picture, so you should definitely go with the leather care products that we offer here from Chemical Guys, the leather conditioner, leather cleaner, and leather serum to help prevent this type of damage from happening, because an ounce of prevention with the right products is better than a pound of cure, which is spending $1,000 to have all your leather interior replaced. So if you want to learn more about our products, you can check them out on our website. Link is right below. If you want to learn how to detail any exterior or interior part of your car, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have over 600 videos showing you how to detail just about anything. You got a nice car, so let's keep it clean with Chemical Guys.